Listener Leah considers him the one that got away. Is the universe, is it possible we can bring the two together? Hey, Leah.
Hi.
Good morning. Okay, tell us who this dude is and why you needed our help.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so a little bit of setup. So I'm 29, and 10 years ago, when I was 19, I was in love with my high school sweetheart. And he was my first everything, like first kiss, first heartbreak. He was really the first person who ever saw me, And then we broke up because he moved across the country for college. So, it wasn't messy. It was just, unfinished.
Mm-hmm.
And then, but before he left, he gave me a letter, a sealed letter, and he was like, open this when you're ready to move on, but not before. So, I held on to it, and then, I never opened it.
Girl, how could you not open it right there on the spot? I'd be like, I'm ready to move on, open.
That takes some strength right there.
I would have opened it for sure.
Yeah, no, I wasn't ready. I was like, okay. He said to wait, and I was like, okay, I'll wait, and I put it away, and then, life happened. Life moved on, and I did date other people. I got a job. I changed cities, and somehow, every serious relationship that I tried at just kind of fizzled out, and I couldn't explain why. And here we are a decade later, and I was at my parents' house cleaning out my childhood bedroom, and I found it, and I read it, and it just took me straight back to that moment. It was like I was 19 again, and I'm realizing I never let myself move forward and really feel the ending. There's no closure, and so I'm reaching out to you guys because I'm hoping you can find him, and I don't know, just see what's up.
Now, we asked you to have the letter ready, Leah, because we got to hear this letter that took you back in time, that transported you back to 19 years of age, and has you reaching out to us to check on him to see if there is any potential of you guys reconnecting.
Yeah, I have it.
Well, we're not going to wait 10 years.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I'll read it. Here it is. Yeah. You were my first everything, my first real love, my first date, my first kiss. We've grown up together, helping each other through hard days and laughing way more than anyone probably thought two teenagers could. Being with you has been one of the greatest gifts of my life so far. That's what makes this so hard. As we both head off in different directions for college, I know we've talked about how distance and time can change things. And maybe this is the moment we have to let go, at least for now, so we can figure out who we are. I hope college gives you everything you dream of. I hope you fall in love with new things, meet people who make you think, and become even more of the strong, smart, beautiful person I already know you are. And I hope you think of me sometimes. I don't know what the future holds, but I do know that I'll always care about you. And maybe after we've both had the time to grow and chase our dreams, we'll find our way back to each other. Maybe we're not over. Maybe we're just on pause. So this isn't a goodbye. It's a see you later. And no matter what, a part of me will always love you. With all my heart, Lincoln.
This dude was 19 at the time he wrote that?
Yeah, come on, Shakespeare.
We weren't supposed to let him go.
I know, right? Man, you really messed up. Now the insight he has for a 19-year-old. I'm starting to see this a little bit with a lot of my son's friends also.
They can be romantic.
That are in relationships. That can be romantic, but they're going to be going to different colleges.
Yeah.
And they're now starting to wonder, should we break this thing off now? Or should we try it when we go to college? And all I want to say to Hollis is here's how it's going to go down, dude. They're going to try it, and then they're going to break up in a month.
I think they call it the turkey drop. Like everyone breaks up around Thanksgiving because they're like, yeah, we did 3 months of this, and yeah, this ain't working.
All right, so you wanted our help to reach out to him, and you had questions for him. Do I have that right?
Yeah, so Leah gave us what information she had about Lincoln, and everybody's on social media now. It was not hard to track Lincoln down and get his information and send him an email. So I was the one that did the corresponding with Lincoln, and the questions that Leah and I put together for him to see if, obviously she doesn't want to get her heart broken again. And so she does want to reach out, but she obviously, what Leah and I talked about, like she wants to make sure that there's an opening, like, the door is unlocked and even cracked open. It'd be nice if it was all the way open so she can just walk through it. So the questions that I went back and forth with Lincoln were, are you currently dating anyone? Is there someone from your past that you think of? If the answer to number 2 was yes, what is keeping you from reaching out? Are you comfortable disclosing the name of the person from your past that you still think about?
Okay. So those were sent, and you got answers back.
I did. He and I went back and forth corresponding.
And Leah, you don't know those answers just yet, correct?
I don't.
She's
Okay.
being a good radio soldier right
You
now.
are. You're going to have to wait just a couple of minutes, all right? So when we come back, Kristen will read you the letter and all of the answers that this dude from way back in the day, the one that got away, how he answered them, okay? She considers him now maybe the one that got away when they were 19 years old. They were dating, but they were going off to college, So he writes her this letter that basically says, look, I love you, but it's college time. Maybe sometime in the future, we'll get back together. And he wrote this really romantic, goodbye letter at 19. It was filled with love. This should have been written by a 42-year-old man.
Oddly, it reminds me of these letters I used to get from Joe Mike back in the day. And
Joe Mike.
He was the same way. He went off to the University of Dayton. He was a kicker for the football team.
Oh, yeah?
And used to write me the most beautiful love letters.
So he
We
wrote,
obviously didn't work out.
obviously.
Not yet.
So he wrote one for Leah, and she has held on to it and held on to it and held on to it. Shared it with us a couple of minutes ago. Kristen got a hold of it and wanted to reach out to this guy that got away.
So Leah and I have been communicating, and she gave us Lincoln's information. He's obviously, it's really easy to find people courtesy of social media. So we were able to find him, no problem. And then he and I had some email correspondence back and forth. So instead of doing what we typically do, sending him all the questions at once, he and I just kind of batted back and forth, because if he answered the first question, yes, which was, are you currently dating anybody? There really was not a whole lot to proceed with. All right. So Leah and I, we conversed. We came up with the questions that we wanted to ask. And then she gave me the go ahead, and I reached out to Lincoln. So Leah, I need you to prepare yourself. Are you ready to hear what your past love had to say?
Yes, I'm ready.
Did we establish how old you are now?
It's been 10 years.
10 years. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
29.
Very nice.
All right. So here we go. The very first email I shot off to Lincoln, I explained, somebody from his past was curious about his present, but before this person potentially made contact, they had a few questions they hoped that he would answer, and then he and I started going back and forth. So my first email, are you currently dating anyone? He responded back and said, no. I got divorced in 2022. I've had a few dates here and there, but nothing serious.
Doors open.
Yes. Well, it's unlocked.
It's unlocked.
So then we followed up with, is there someone from your past that you think of? If so, how often? And he was not as eloquent as he was in his love letter. He's pretty short and sweet with these answers, probably because he doesn't know me from Adam. But he said, yes, and it's more often than I'd like to admit.
Wow.
So now we got a crack.
It's a crack.
There's a crack. That door needs grease. So then I hit him back. If the answer to number 2 was yes, what is keeping you from reaching out? And then I think this is when he tapped back into his romantic self. So Leah, he responded, she was such a wonderful person. I've assumed she's found someone that loves her the way she deserves to be loved, and I don't want to interfere with that.
Oh, wow, he still got it.
He does.
It's a Facebook stalk a little harder.
I know, right?
Mm.
So then I followed up because we were going for the gusto now. I'm like, are you comfortable disclosing the name of the person from your past that you still think about? Because if he says Leah, like, let's just go ahead and wrap this up. And I had a kid with a giant bump on his head, and I really needed to be like a mother at some point in time. And he responded, I'd prefer not to. I mean, I'm already a little wary disclosing what I have to you, which is understandable. Mm-hmm. I'm a stranger from a radio show asking you these questions. But I wasn't going to give up, Leah. And then this is where I need your assistance, and I need you to listen, and I need you to listen hard, okay?
Okay.
So then I responded, okay, can you at least give me a subtle hint as to who it might be? And if the same person is thinking about you, then she can reach out. So the hint that he gave me, Leah, was short and sweet, and it was blue icy in my Honda Accord.
What?
Does blue icy in my Honda Accord mean anything to you?
Yes, it does. Yes, I spilled my blue icy, my entire blue icy in his car in high school when he was leaning in for our first kiss.
Oh, wow.
So this is his way of telling you exactly who it is. It's you. It's you.
It's you.
It's you, woman.
That door wide open.
Done it. No, we knocked it down.
Kicked it through.
Like Kool-Aid Man.
All right, so now this is in your hands.
It is, Leah.
Clearly, he is thinking about you, too.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So, girl, I've done my work. Now we have his information, and I would encourage you to reach out to him today.
Yeah.
Yes, okay.
I don't know why you still on with us.
Yeah, right.
Get to work.
Now, if you reach out to him today, you must call us back tomorrow and check in with us and tell us everything that happened.
I will, yeah.
She is giddy.
Yeah, you are.
Giddy.
All right. It won't be a couple of minutes before you're hitting him up. Let's talk to you tomorrow and get a follow-up, okay?
Okay, sounds good.
All right.
Thank you, guys.
Put you on hold here real sec. So you didn't tell her, like, he sent a follow-up email that said, please tell me it's anybody but that skank Leah.
Oh, my God. He did not. What's wrong with you?
The Bert Show.